Alright, hello, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So, they did drop another batch of these sort of pre-10th anniversary, like hype countdown missions, whatever you want to call them. And I mean, here we are. We got another 4 this time, and I figure we'll just use, I got a full, Kamehameha team, so we'll use all 4 of the new units, quote unquote new units. And we'll use one of I think we'll use Super Saiyan 4 Goku and like Int Vegito as well. So we're just rocking a full like temporarily buff team. But yeah, this is just 10th anniversary. Like, I mean, it is the 10th anniversary to be fair, but like it has to be so far and away like the best thing they've ever done with the way they're building it up. I really hope they don't disappoint and they nail it. But that being said, yeah, we got another 4 missions here. We've already obviously done the October and November batches. These are, I mean, I would have figured we would start getting into some more difficult ones. But as far as I can tell, I mean, these look pretty easy as well. So maybe, I mean, next batch might even be pretty easy too. I'm not sure. But that being said, it's just free rewards, so might as well get them in here. It doesn't necessarily matter if it's a challenge. It's just meant to, build excitement. That being said, let's just jump in and stage 5 of Infinite Dragon Ball history. Okay. We'll cut away. We'll be right back once we're ready to jump in, and we'll get these clear soon. All right, here we go. So, like I said, we're just gonna be rocking this full sort of temporarily buff team here. I figure it's a lot fitting now that we have an actual full team for this to just use it the whole way through. Now these do last until like the middle of January. So they do end, if I had to guess, they're probably going to end like January 20th, roughly. The reason I say January 20th is I'm thinking what they're going to do is these are going to last until like the data download that includes the countdown campaign. So there's the whole campaign where it's like 7 days. There's a loading screen, 6, 5, 4, all the way down. I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna take these buffs out, that exact data download, because it just makes the most sense. I mean, that should be roughly time wise. I mean, I guess I say January 20th, but I don't know. Like, it's the anniversary characters, I believe. They come out now. I am new to the JP schedule, but I think it's the 30th is when they release. I think they might be revealed like a day or two before that. So that's what I'm saying, just roughly around like January 20th. Expect that these are all gonna go away. I mean, it sucks that they're limited, but it's also, they can easily do it again, so it's not really a big deal to me. I, in fact, really enjoy the system. But that being said, I'll just jump in. Dragon Ball Super Broly. This is. I'm going to imagine just go through like. It's been forever since I've done this one. So like Goku and Vegeta too, or is it just going to be like Broly, Paragus, Frieza? I'm not sure. I some of these it's literally been forever since I've done them. I mean that is a good thing for this, where you can just go back and experience all the content again like this. It just you know It's fun. It's just hard to believe, really, for me. I mean, some people have played for more, some people have played for less, but like for me, I've played since fall-ish, roughly, on this account. Dates back to like fall, the before the 3rd anniversary for Globe. So it's kind of an ancient account. Now that being said, there's a lot of people who have accounts dating even farther back than mine. And I mean that's kind of crazy, but essentially for me, I mean I've already crossed. Now to be fair, I didn't get really into the game until like I'd say probably 4th anniversary. Um, and to be fair, also I did I think just a few months into the global release, play the game. But like I think I had 1 or 2 accounts before this one, where I played it for like, because I've always been a big Dragon Ball fan, I played it, for a couple of days or whatever, and that, as much as it sucks to say, all right, when the game came out, you can't really debate the fact that it was intentionally, well, it, yeah, intentionally, it was intentionally a soulless cash grab, right? They're like, ooh, easy money, I mean, it's a gotcha game, right? But once they realized that, like, people actually, like, were enjoying the game, and, it's Dragon Ball, right? People really like Dragon Ball, people want to play Dragon Ball stuff, like, oh, wait, we can actually do something with this, and they started slowly improving it over time. I mean, this, like, something like Link leveling only came out with, like, the 5th anniversary, I believe it was. That hasn't been in the whole time. It's only quote unquote recent, right? And I mean, that was forever ago, sure, but like, it's only halfway. It came out halfway through the game's lifespan. So there's a lot of things like that. Like Auto, I think came out with like the 6th anniversary year. I could be wrong on that, but I mean, there's a lot of these systems that just they've improved the game over time, and it's so unrecognizable from even when I started playing, and that's a really, really, really good thing. And I mean, that it just makes me like with the sync as well. Like there's no way they're going to do the sync, and I guess at least in my mind, to be fair, there's no way they're gonna do the sync and then next year they're announcing a shutdown. Plus, this game just makes way too much money. There is like potentially you could say, well, at some point they're gonna run out of things they can do, but I mean they've started doing a lot more Dokkan original animations, and they've even stuck in a couple Dokkan original characters. Now, to be fair, those Dokkan original characters, like Trunks Broly and the cooler Frieza, are free to plays, but I would not be surprised if we start seeing some more summonable ones coming out, maybe even next year. I mean, who knows for sure, but they're definitely going to start doing it at some point. I feel like as long as they have a creative enough dev team, sure, we need new content for Dragon Ball to really extend the lifespan of the game, but I mean, we got Daima going on right now. I mean, there's easily like at least like 4 or 5 or some on Dokkan Fest they could already make, and that's just gonna keep increasing. Or even LRs. Like, there's a lot they can do. This game, I don't expect it to end anytime soon. Like, it's crazy to me to think like we're about to celebrate the 10th anniversary, and I could even in another 10 years potentially be about to play like a 20th anniversary or something like that. It's just it's Dragon Ball is just so awesome. It really is, and I don't know. It's a lot of fun. It's really nice to see the game improve over the years and such. And I don't know, taking a look at the old events and playing through them like this, it's just a little nostalgic, I feel like that's pretty fair though. Here, let's just get this in. The first active animation in the game.
Guess there's no need to play games. I'm pretty strong this time around. Times 10! Kamehame! Yeah!
I actually, I was not expecting that to fully kill. I probably should have, to be honest. Oops. Yeah. It's fine. Yeah, so we're just, I don't even have to worry, like, this is forever ago, alright? This isn't, like, optimal setups or anything. We're just stomping through this, talking about the old days. It's good times. Now, I will say, I actually, I mean, I do like Cells on here. I do actually need to test him out some more. I really haven't gotten, like, I haven't seen his transform state yet. It would be nice to see it sometime in here, but, like, that's, like, talking so far out of, like, reality. I really don't think there's even a chance we get to see us. Like, are we even gonna like take actual damage at all during this entire time? I don't know. But like 40% or under, it's a miserable HP condition. At least with some of these older ones, these older transformations, you know, with Super Easy A being a thing now, when they eventually get around to them, they can change it because it is passive transformation. For some reason, they refuse to change actives for Easy A's and for. I mean, to be fair, we haven't seen a Super Easy A for an active unit, so I mean, they could change how they feel about it by the time we get there. But I mean, so far they did say that they only want to do passives. So I'm just going to presume that you know we're not going to ever see actives touched ever, at least for Super Easy. Potentially, like down the line, they could introduce it for Easy A's. Who knows, really? Like, I don't even know like a good time for when they could. Like, what's a character that's like? Oh, actually, you know what? The 2023 worldwide when when Zamasu and Vegito, quote unquote Vegito, you know, Easy A. If they want to introduce like an active skill buff, then they could. But like for like Easy A, but like anyone else is like, I feel like their active skill conditions already fair enough, and I really feel like the time if they were ever going to do it would have been that Gohan. But I mean, his thing is actually somewhat. I wouldn't call it easy, but it's a lot easier today than it used to be. I mean, there is, you know, some good 16s now, and like we have like the Gammas and stuff, so it's not that big of a headache anymore. But you know, it is what it is. All right, we'll cut away here. I actually don't recall what the next stage is. We'll get that set up, and we'll be right back. All right. Here we are. The next stage to do is Dokkan Event Boss Rush number 5. Who all even is in this one? It's like post second anniversary, I have to imagine. Oh, it goes this way. Okay. Okay, yeah. So, well, no, it's just a little bit after second anniversary, actually. Oh, dude, guys, this Super Easy 8, if it's not generational, I'm gonna crash out. Okay. Mark my words. This guy, Super 17, is the only reason I beat Red Zone Broly. Like 3 weeks after he came out. Like his Easy 8, like people like look down on him for some reason. I really don't understand it to this day. He was just like so fucking insane. I mean, he built up to what was it again? Like he built up to like 70% damage reduction, which I mean, and he doesn't have like a lot of defense, but I mean it's a different environment this in today's age than it was back then. But God, he was so insane. He the exact rotation that won me Red Zone Broly. I had Super 17 in slot 1, and I had my Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I put him in slot 2. I'm like, you know, certainly, you know, Super 17 is gonna be better here, and I I I was taking like quite a bit of damage from the normals, and the Super actually cut me up too. But I ended up like after Super 17 attacked, he was just like double digit tanking, and you know, I got dropped down to like 150 some odd thousand HP, but you know, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was able to clean house, and it was just perfect. It really was. This guy, he has to be generational. I will be so disappointed if he's not. It's crazy looking back at a lot of these. Yeah, okay. All right, let's just jump right in. Man, it really doesn't like feel uh like I played the game as long as I have. I don't know. It's just like nearly 10 years. It's like such a big thing. It really is. I've been nostalgic in like all of these, and well, I guess to be fair, like the last one, I was more so talking about I think like the recent like Dokkan Fest and like EZAs and stuff. But I don't know. This is just awesome. I don't know. looking back like this. And I mean, we're getting, it's not like a bunch, right? But just for doing these, like, it's like here's 4 simple missions a month. I believe next month we'll have another. We'll have our English final batch of 4 missions. I do believe they're doing one for January too, because they had a like 7th, 8th, 9th anniversary sort of remembrance period, or whatever we're calling this, really, uh, shown on the little diagram, or whatever. You get what I mean. They're going to have something for next month too, so we'll have another 4. But I mean, they did say that by the end of this, we'll be able to exchange all these coins for, like, 30 dragon stones, which, I mean, it's not even enough for a multi. So it's like, oh, how generous. But like, that's just 30 stones for doing some random ass old stages that you can, I mean, just do easily. Now, to be fair, I guess one could make the argument that for like newer players, well, actually, do the friendlies count? As long as the friendlies count, you should be fine. I mean, some newer players actually might not be able to complete some of these missions, which is definitely, I mean, if that is the case, unfortunate. But this is really just, I mean, I've been nostalgic for a reason. This is definitely intended for veterans to just, build their hype and go back through the quote-unquote old times and stuff. Like, I don't know. Like, I saw one of them is, the legendary, like, Vegeta fight. And we didn't get another one of those until this year. The Frieza fight was... Yeah, the Frieza fight was this year, okay. I mean, Vegeta was the last one. That was... What year did that come out? I think he was in the, like, God of Destruction, like, sort of fight meta, so, like, 6th anniversary-ish, I think, so 2021, I think, is when the legendary Vegeta fight came out. I think. It's been forever, but, I mean, that final phase, that Blue Evolution Vegeta, I mean, he used to be, like, the boss of the game. Like, he was tough as hell. And that's just, like, crazy going through a lot of these, and it's like, oh, this used to be, like, I had to actually struggle or, like, use items or stuff. And now it's just, like, every one of these characters is just, like, one shot in the thing. I mean, power creep, it really does just move quickly. And well, I don't know. Oh, this guy locks? Oh, he locked Cell, and damn, that's crazy. I mean, we're still gonna one-shot him with Gohan, but come on, I wanted to keep Gogeta on rotation, bro. That's rude, Omega. This is actually Omega, right? It's not Sin? Yeah, it's Omega. Yeah, fuck you, Omega. Eat this, buddy. But yeah, it's like, all this stuff used to be, like, so difficult, and now it's just, like, one-shotting with everything. I mean, power creep, it was moving forward for most of the game's lifespan, obviously. But going from, like, the 7th anniversary, well, it's kind of... Because that's not even... I was about to say going from the 7th anniversary forward. I don't think that's even true, honestly. I really... Like, 8th anniversary, the meta was roughly as strong as... I mean, it didn't really change too much. I mean, the stats got a little higher, but it was roughly, like, the same sort of meta from, like, 7th anniversary. But, I mean, from 6th to 7th, all those late 2021 releases were just so unfortunate. And someone who comes to mind, which I didn't even get, I think I skipped him because, like, he was just, like, kind of bad. And I think it was January that he came out in Global. I could be wrong there. But it was the transforming, like, the first time, like, Trunks transformed into Super Saiyan, that TUR card or whatever. He was really just such an unfortunate, problematic release. his base was actually, and I don't recall his entire hit offhand. I never actually got a chance to use him. I do own him in my account now. I actually, it was one of those stones from like one of the rank up packs or whatever, like a year and a half ago or something. I think it was roughly that long ago. He was like the only character I was missing. Once like I got it for like the stones or whatever, and because there was a time where I was paying. I haven't been really like a paying player for really like this entire year mostly. I mean, I've gotten the like Google Play points, like because I was a paying player for a Dokkan attack. That's crazy. I was a paying player for a decent bit of time, so I actually
Time
I
to get
think I have the
serious.
like platinum level, or is it diamond? I think it's the platinum level of the like Google Play reward bonus or whatever. Because how they do it is if you get it within a year, you have it until the end of the next year. But as long as you remember to claim your free weekly reward, where I mean, the prizes do vary, but I mean, I think I gotten like up to like 1,000 points like once, and I've gotten like 100 a couple times. I think I've gotten like 500 once of those like play points, and you can exchange them for money. So you know, I think I've gotten the like daily capsule, like monthly, whatever it's called, thing several times, like this year, like 3 or something. I actually have one active right now, but I mean that was all just for free. I haven't actually paid uh, in this game for a little bit now, but point being there, I did pay. I did get that stone. I did get Trunks, but it's just like he's just like a 55% copy in my box that I think I have him trained up, but I think he might even be SA1 still, because I do still have units that. Zenny is something that like that's another thing from back in the day. Zenny used to be a bitch, or like potential orbs used to be a bitch to get, but now it's just like I have way too many of everything. Like I don't need like resources anymore, besides like super attack level up. Because I don't summon on the Elder Kai banners or anything like that. Um, I was actually I had saved up quite a bit of blue points over the years. I was intending originally to purchase like a heroes unit this year, but I was actually kind of disappointed. I don't know. It's kind of like the easy A's when they came out, because that's when the time I did it. The easy A's were just so disappointing that I was like, there's no way the summonable units are going to be all that. And I actually used all my blue coins, and I got like, I think I was like a multi shy or some odd shit of actually being able to coin like a heroes unit. So they cost 300. I had like 290, maybe it was even like 280, but I literally just bought like 28, 29, however many it was, Elder Kai's. And, SJ is something I still struggle with, but so that's why Trunks is SA1, but everything else, it's you know I got it right. The resources, it's just crazy to think having to grind so hard for like Zenny in the past, and now I literally have like 5 times the cap just sitting in Hercule statues in my like character sell box for whenever I need Zenny. I'll realize every now and again, I'll be like, oh, I dropped down from 1 billion Zenny to and it's like 1,999,999. You get the point. I'll realize I've caught this like 2 or 3 times now. It's like, oh no, I dropped down to 523 million or something. Not 1,523,000,000. I guess I should say, something like that. And I'll be like, oh, let me just, I'll quick sell like a couple of, Hercule statues, and I'm maxed out again. And it's like, oh, big whoop. That's crazy to think that used to be a hard resource to get, but I keep trailing off. Trunks, right? His release was like just so unfortunate. His base farm was And I don't remember exactly why or how 100%, but his base form was better than his transform state. And it's like, wait, well, that doesn't make sense, and it doesn't. But that's how it like was, and it was just like, he came out a lot of those late 2021 characters really just had unfortunate as hell releases because they just got power cropped within like a month or two or something. Like even Super Vegeta, he was like the top TUR for like 2-3 months or something, and then that Red Zone 7th anniversary meta power creep, it really quote unquote drained the swamp of who all was good in that. It really just flushed the meta out. It's like, okay, we're changing things up going forward. It's like even going up to that point, you just like if you just had defense stacking, you were good. If you just had guard, you were good. Like it's 200,000 start of turn defense. Oh my god, he's insane. Like it was a way different meta, and then you jump into Red Zone Broly's throwing out these 1 million essays. It's like, holy shit, 1 million. And then you get someone who maybe starts playing like 4 months ago or something. It's like 1 million, that's not that hard. And it's like, well, I mean, for 7 years we hadn't seen anything close to that. And then Red Zone Broly comes out and he just fucking demolishes you. And now we have bosses that are doing like 5.2 mil within 2 years. Like the power creep, it's definitely skyrocketed. That's why I personally enjoy seeing the big numbers, but that's why some people will be like, yeah, we need a number crunch at some point. Like I somewhat get it, but like maybe once we get to the point where 13th anniversary, the newest brand new blue Gogeta Vegito card does like 17 100 mil, like 12 key supers. Like we could talk about it then, but I mean I'm personally fine seeing this like 40 mil attack stats and shit currently. But I mean, if they keep pushing power creep like they have, some point I really think what they need to do is stop so much with the the bullshit mechanics, and really just I feel like these bosses would be a lot more difficult if we stopped focusing on bullshit mechanics and instead 5x the boss's health bar in the final phase or something. Like if we just made the bosses a lot more tankier, we could focus less on like fucking locks and shit like that, which would be really nice, I think. I mean, there we go though. We actually did obviously finish that. We'll cut away here and we'll get the next one set up. All right. So we're back here. Oh, wait. There we go. Okay. So this next one is the Fighting Legend Vegeta. I did actually make sure to check so we can just like go straight into it. The next one after is the Wicked Bloodline Red Zone. I think it's just like any stage from it, but we'll just do like the Metal Cougar 4 because we're I'm not just gonna jump in and do like stage 1 and pat my hands together and call it a day. That'd be kind of we're just stomping everything anyway. There's no point in not doing the final boss. So I mean we'll get around to that, but this should be pretty easy, I have to imagine. These next couple should probably be pretty quick. Like only like a few minutes a piece probably. We should just be like one-shotting every phase for the most part. I guess at least one turning every phase. I mean there are like 7 phases here, but this is just these Vegeta's not gonna be able to compete with these new age units. I mean yeah, he just barely left Gohan's lane, but we still got all the extra supers coming and such. So it's just so crazy just going through all this and absolutely shit stomping it. It really is. It's a lot of fun. I I don't know. I do wonder, like, what are they gonna do for the 7th, 8th, and 9th? Because, like, sort of remembrance period, I guess. I don't really know what to call it, but like, I mean, we're right now. I mean, Fighting Legend of Vegeta, like I said, I think he was like 2021. Um, I believe. I think. I could check, but I'm pretty sure he's like 2021, 6th anniversary near. I think he might have come out like with the Saiyan Day sort of stuff. Oh, that reminds me. Uh, did he come out for Global during that time too? They used to do something really stupid. If you guys haven't been around for a while, they would introduce hard content during the Saiyan Day celebration. So it'd be like, for example, like the first 10 SBR stages. You know, they because they used to actually release them in batches of 10 instead of just like 1 or 2 at a time like they do now. So we'd like get a new, you know, drop of 10 stages or whatever. And I say we, but it'd be JP, right? That's the thing. JP would get the brand newest, spanking hardest, you know, whatever, you know, adjectives you want to use content. And Global wouldn't get them until like July, August. Like, I don't. It was stupid as hell. But I mean, that's something they did for years. I don't know. I don't recall if that was the same way with like Fighting Legend Vegeta though. It was really fucking annoying back in the day though. Being a global player, having a imagine if like worldwide download celebration that we just had. Well, maybe that's not fair because we're actually synced now. Imagine if Golden Week, right? The Majin Buu, you know, saga sort of thing. Imagine if Golden Week Global got none of those red zone stages. So imagine we were still stuck in the Fusion Zamasu meta until the anniversary. Oh my god. Like, that's the kind of, like, shit they would pull on the regular against Global. It'd be a synced, same time celebration, and they would still be like, yeah, you could play this in 7 months, or some odd shit. It's like, what are you doing? Why? What is the point, bro? Come on, don't. But, I mean, that's what they would do. It's just, they used to pull a lot of bullshit like that. They really did. Thankfully, you know, we finally have synced, so a lot of that stuff should stop happening for the most part, but it's like, we still don't have the Goku Frieza fight, or we still don't have Jiren. Like, what? What are we doing? Oh, we actually took some fucking damage. That's actually, whoa, hold on. Well, to be fair, this Vegeta actually, he does cut defense when he supers you. I forget by how much, but it's like 40% or something, maybe even higher than that. I don't know, but that was why he was like so difficult back in the day. It's like, this was like the first event where it was like a defense stacking alone wasn't enough to save you. Oh, there we go though. I mean, that one's, like I said, these next couple should probably just be a couple minutes apiece. The other ones were so long since I had like 50 million different phases. It's just so, like, I'm glad we're synced now, and I feel like part of why we're synced is because, you know, they knew the 10th anniversary is coming and they're not dumb enough to not have a synced for that. Like, there's already been a lot of discontent through the years. Imagine having the biggest, newest thing for the biggest celebration the game will potentially ever have in half your player base. Not even, actually. There's probably more people that play on global, you know, because it is global, but, you know, imagine you have 80% of your player base or some odd shit just waiting, you know, another 6 months for the biggest, newest thing of all time. It'd be They were smart to get the sync out. I mean, how they handled the sync, that's a different story. But all right, here, let's it's just we just have Wicked Bloodline Red Zone wherever it's at, wherever it's at. I actually there it is. Okay, yeah, we could just do. I actually when this came out, I actually had more difficulty with. You know, why don't I actually do this fight? I actually like one attempted this fight, but actually, because I didn't get like the only character I got from that worldwide in 2022 was Final Form Cooler, and you know I had like TUR Cooler and stuff. So I mean, this final phase was Fizz, and it was just like such like my whole team was like strength and just absolutely like demolished it. This is actually it took me like a couple of weeks to beat this, I believe. Oh yeah, I mean, here's it was something. I this might have been the team I beat it with. I don't remember. And where are we? Here we go. Well, let's bring up this Gohan. Oh, they're both 79%. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this one because this one was actually the one that. Oh, this character. Right. This guy actually back in the day, he won me. He's a free to play TUR. Actually, no, that's not even true. I don't. Is he even a TUR? He might just be a UR. He might just go up to level 100. Um, but yeah, I actually he's actually an AGL type in game, and I used him to beat the Extreme AGL, Extreme Super Battle Road, I believe it was back, way back when. I mean, he had a bunch of damage reduction, and he gave like allies a decent bit of like defensive support. So he was definitely a very valuable option for me back in the day. That's crazy, thinking about that. I believe this goes straight in. Yeah, this should really be something we just like stomp. Um, can we? Yes, we can. Okay, we might even just like hit this phase. This was like hard for me to complete during the like 2022 worldwide, but I mean, oh goddamn, Gohan, we we actually took damage, like a substantial amount of damage too. Oh wait, shit, maybe we won't just like clear this in one go. I mean, Goku's gonna be critting though, so how much? Yeah, and if he gets like an additional super, what are we doing here? Oh yeah. Okay, so I don't think we'll kill it this turn, but we should kill next turn. I mean, it does have healing, which is really why it was so difficult for me back in when it came out, because he just heals like 8 million HP every turn or some odd shit. Um, there it is. That should not be an issue this time around, though. All of our characters have super effective against all types, so let's just keep Gogeta right there, and I mean, Vegeta even has type advantage. This will just be an easy clear. It's so crazy. Just thinking back to all the. I mean, we're probably, if I had to guess, like we'll probably get like Fighting Legend Frieza, um, and then like the Shadow Dragons emerge. You know, like Omega sort of fight, and I mean they've done an infinite Dragon Ball history every time, and something else, a boss rush. That'll probably be what the next batch of 4 missions are in January. But I mean, yeah, once again, these are all pretty easy. Just a lot of, fun to remember the old times. Back in my day. And here we are. All 4 of the missions done. Easy. And collect these. How many are we even at now? 270? Hmm. So we've gotten 90 per. So we'll be at 360 um, for the 10th anniversary. How much? Because we can get 30 stones. So how much math? Um, Is it gonna be like 12 coins? I think 12 coins per Dragonstone probably is what the conversion's gonna look like. I don't know. We'll find out in a month and some change. But there we go. December batch cleared. It's just really good for some nostalgia and such. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you couldn't tell, I'm really looking forward to the 10th anniversary. Take care.